guys, it's Lynn here. Hope everyone is having a brilliant day. Now guys, this is a little special video request for Ben Booth, who's an amazing subscriber on my channel. So hi Ben, hope you're keeping really well. And guys, please do go over and subscribe to Ben. Links up above to Ben Booth's channel here on YouTube. He has some lovely videos on there. He loves plants, and he's been very supportive on my channel. And he said, Lynn, can you please make an update video on your Schlumbergera cacti? So here we go. We've got the good news is a perfect time to do an update, guys, because there's so much happening with a lot of the epiphytes. Now, as you know, this time of year, a lot of the cacti, especially the desert cacti, go dormant. And as it is, it's early November, but already everything's sort of pretty much sleeping here now in the polytunnel. Now, the epiphytes are still sort of growing. We've got some of these, the ripsalis here, that are still growing. They are sort of, they don't go fully dormant, unlike the desert cacti or the desert succulents. And if you're not familiar with epiphytic cacti, or you don't know if your cactus is an epiphytic one or a desert one, links up above to a video I made about a year ago now or so, and it says how to tell the, no, it was actually thinking the new year, this year, how to tell the difference between a desert cactus and an epiphytic cactus. So a lot of people would say, for example, a very common cactus, very household, would be the commonly known the Schlumbergera, and often known as the holiday cactus, Thanksgiving cactus, or the Christmas cactus. And some people say, oh, I've got a cactus, and they think they just have to keep it dry and never water it. But epiphytic cacti, like the Schlumbergeras, do need a totally different type of care to the desert cacti. I mean, they do grow happily together as long as you know the conditions are different in how you look after them. And this isn't a care video, it's just an update. As I say, links up above to a video made on how to tell the difference. So how to know if you have a desert or an epiphytic cacti. And also links up above to a video I made on how to care. Sorry about the siren, guys. Sounds like New York City, doesn't it? We're actually in Belfast, but hopefully no one's been arrested for something bad. Or they're coming to arrest me for having me and Hans are having too many cactus plants. But anyway, yeah, links up above to a video I made on how to care for epiphytic cacti. And the care is pretty much similar for Christmas cactus, Easter cactus, and the Schlumbergera, which is a proper name, Ripsalidopsis, and also the other epiphytes like this here. And they're all doing very well. As a lot of the start to form winter berries at this time of year. There's another form of ripsalis, and all the little berries on them, which is amazing. I'll just see if I could show you them actually. Yep, there's berries on them here, all forming, and these sort of flower during the middle of winter, often in the January time. So stay tuned for videos on these. They do flower every year for me, and I'm hoping they're going to get through in here in the polytunnel okay this winter. And more epiphytes here, but this is again I said about the Schlumbergeras, which are these type here, and there are two different types. There's a few different types of Schlumbergeras, but the two main common ones are the truncata, Schlumbergera truncata, and the Schlumbergera Bridgesii, and there's a few different ones as well, but they're the two common ones. And the difference is the truncata is the true Thanksgiving cactus, and the Schlumbergera bucklei is a true Christmas cactus. They all tend to be put under one category now, and that's just Christmas cactus. They're all sold nearly 99% of the time as Christmas cacti, but the true Christmas cactus actually has the scalloped leaves. And when I say the true, this is mainly the original one. I'll just show you, we have got some here. Yep, this is the original Christmas cactus, because it has the scalloped leaves on it. And again, sorry to be putting up all these links on above, guys, but it is going to help you out if you're new to these plants. Links up above to how to tell the difference between a Christmas and a Thanksgiving cactus and an Easter cactus, because as I say, this is an Easter cactus, a Ripsalidopsis, that flowers during the Easter time. It's very similar out of flower to the true Christmas cactus, because they also have scalloped leaves, but the edgings are slightly more rounded, and they also usually have like a deep red, deep plum going around there. But I mentioned that in the video, so links up above to how to tell the difference between a true Christmas cactus and a Thanksgiving cactus. As I say, this is a true Christmas cactus with the edging on and the scalloped leaves, and this will be more known as the Thanksgiving cactus, the Schlumbergera truncata, because it has more of the crab-like claws. So basically I've told you there, but links up above to the video anyway again. Anyway, this is an update, you know me and my waffle, and it's purely on the Schlumbergera cacti because that's what Ben asked me about. So so far so good. I'll just show you there, if you can see at the top, that's a few of the again the true Christmas cacti mixed in with some truncata, some cuttings and everything that my amazing friend Paula, Buzzard Girl 13, gave me. So Paula, your cuttings that were from your beloved great grandmother's absolutely flourishing here, and absolutely wonderful. It did flower as well earlier on this year. Now, one of my truncatas here, this one is in flower. This is the pink flowering one I've got here. I did label them all. Yeah, a lot of the labels fell out during the house move, but this one is the oh no, that one's the other one for the Ripsalis. But that's one of the pink flowering ones anyway. And then we have here another, although this looks like a pink flowering one, it is indeed a pink flowering one. This is actually my gold charm Schlumbergera, and when I bought it, it had beautiful golden flowers on it, but because of the cooler temperatures it's made it go pink. It's still gold around there, but it's still very pretty with the gold and the pink together, so I'm not complaining. It's beautiful, and it's got loads more flowers packed. And then believe it or not, I actually have a Easter cactus flowering now in November. This is my Ripsalidopsis, and it's the pink flowering Easter cactus, the Ripsalidopsis, and that's also in flower here, coming into bud. So I've got a mixture of both, and then I just turn it around here, more delicious buds. And this is the orange flame cactus here, the Schlumbergera truncata orange flame, and it's actually the Schlumbergera Brazil orange flame. It's a hybrid between the original truncata and a hybrids. There are many hybrids on the market. As you can see, the leaves, sorry the lighting might not be brilliant here, the leaves are much wider than the typical Schlumbergera truncata. You see they're very wide leaves. As you can see, they're much wider than the average leaf of that. To just show you that would be the average size, and this one here is the size. Oh, lighting is difficult because it started to go a bit dark, guys. But hopefully you get an idea that it is twice the size, or 3 times the size in width than the normal leaves. So there's lots of different varieties, but they're all in bud. As I say, there's everything, they're doing really well. And as I say, we've got the heater now in the polytunnel, so we keep all these at a minimum of about 7 Celsius. And so far, so good. Again, a mixture of more Easter cacti in there. As I say, keeping these very lightly moist. Because they don't like to be kept totally dry there. So that's it really, that's a bit of an update. Everything's very good, but the best of the best, guys, is I'm just going to take you here to see. This is my very old Schlumbergera truncata plant, and it's possibly about 60, possibly 70, I don't know, years old, but the guy who gave it me had this plant for 25 years, and he got it from a lady who had it for 25 years, and I've had this plant now for well over 10 years, and apparently it's a mature plant when the lady first got it, so God knows how old this plant really is. As you can see, it's very woody at the base, so there's a lot of age to this beauty, and it's packed full of buds. Absolutely spectacular. And what is wonderful about being able to have the polytunnel is we're able for the first time to have all the hanging baskets properly displayed, because in the greenhouse we couldn't have them hanging from the roof, and our conservatory, sadly, that we had in the old house was bitterly cold because it was single pane glass, rotting wood, mouldy as anything, which is one of the reasons why we had to move house. It was very unlivable, and it was very bad for the plants because it was so cold. You couldn't even put a heater in there because the humidity, so the condensation from the flat roof just dripped onto the plants. You couldn't bubble wrap the roof. You couldn't even put a heater in there. So this is a blessing for us. And guys, we actually had the heater running now for a couple of days, and so far so good. As you see, we haven't got it on now because we don't need it on during the day. It's more than warm enough. These are all cacti that can take cool conditions. We only probably need it on during the cold nights, and we was really pleased. We put it on the lowest setting. It was a very cold night last night. I think it went down to about 2 Celsius, very cold, and we only had, believe it or not, Hansi had this, as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 settings on the lowest setting, and we just had it on number 5, which is the temperature gauge, and it got really warm in here, and they kept the heat when we switched it off, so it's going to be very cost effective, definitely more cost effective than other heaters I've tried in the past. So far so good. And as you say, we're not keeping them at a tropical heat, it's just purely to overwinter. And that's the update, and hope you enjoyed that, guys. And Ben, thank you again so much for your support, and guys, do go over and support Ben, subscribe to his channel, and us all cactus and succulent and plant and indoor plant growers all stick together. There's a great YouTube community going on. I'll just show what else we've got flower, not cacti, but these are my pellies, or Hansi's pellies I should say, Pelargoniums. And what's amazing, these were actually sort of pink flowering when we were in Waterford, and then when we moved house now, because the temperatures have gone a lot cooler, they've gone white. I know that's how they go as the flowers go, but it's just quite interesting. I say we're going to be doing a lot of deadheading in here the next few days and doing a bit of pruning, and that's it. So a bit of an update on the Schlumbergeras, and I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power, as always, from Ireland. Until the next video, guys.